Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the English news of Bình Phước radio, television station and newspaper. And now our headlines as usual. Bình Phước leaders visit K-72 repatriation team. Outstanding farmers in Bình Phước honored. President meets with international scientists. Vietnam remains world's second biggest coffee exporter. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders of Bình Phước province recently paid a visit to officers and soldiers of the K-72 team of the Provincial Military Command, which is carrying out the task of searching for and repatriating the remains of martyrs in Hamlet 2 in Minh Đức Commune, Hớn Quản District.
Reporting to provincial leaders, representatives from the repatriation team said it has detected the locations of the remains of 11 martyrs in the district, bringing the total to 35 since August 22nd. The K-72 team proposed that the working delegation and leaders at all levels further update information on martyrs and martyrs' graves in the area. It's also necessary to strengthen personnel and facilities to speed up the speech and repatriation process. Vice Chairwoman of the Bình Phước Provincial People's Committee, Trần Tuyết Minh, expressed her appreciation of the team's contribution to the search and repatriation of martyrs' remains. She voiced a hope that the team will bolster the search for the remains of all soldiers and civilians who died during the wartime.
4 farmers in Bình Phước province were named at the 6th National Conference honoring farmers with effective production and business models in the 2017 and 2022 period, held by the Vietnam Farmers Union Central Committee.
The number of farmers striving for the title of those with effective production and business models at all levels increased 4.3% to more than 6 million households in the 2017-2022 period, accounting for over 50% of the total number nationwide. The number of farmers earning the title at all levels as of 2021 has surpassed 3 million, equivalent to more than half of all registered households. The number of households with an annual income of over 500 million Vietnam dong has tripled in the last 5 years, while the number earning over 1 billion Vietnam dongs per year has doubled. At a ceremony held recently in Hanoi, certificates of marriage from the Vietnam Farmers Union were presented to 4 farmers in Bình Phước: Trần Ngọc Danh, Hoàng Phú Hội, Lô Sĩ Nịp, and Nguyễn Thị Phượng.
The Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union chapter in Bình Phước province recently organized an online exchange forum with a theme of building prosperous, progressive, happy, and civilized youth families in 2022.
Secretary of the Provincial Youth Union and Chairman of the Vietnam Youth Union in Bình Phước, Trần Hoàng Trực, said the forum offers an opportunity to raise awareness among cadres and youth about maintaining and upholding the traditions of Vietnamese families, a civilized lifestyle and proper conduct. It also aims to build a civilized environment and lifestyle in each family and in society to contribute to the building of wealthy, progressive and happy families. Representatives from outstanding young families in the province shared their views at the forum on building a happy and prosperous family, highlighting sharing, caring and love among family members, together with contributions and dedications to society. Of note, outstanding families comprise members who serve as officials of the Youth Union in wards and communes of the province. How they efficiently take care of both household and social affairs provide other members with prominent examples to follow.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc hosted a reception in Hanoi on September 16 for a number of international scientists and Nobel laureates who are in Vietnam to attend the Science, Ethics and Human Development Conference within the framework of the 13th Mid-Vietnam Program.
The Nobel laureates and international scientists are in Vietnam to attend a workshop on science, ethics and human development, which was part of the Mid-Vietnam program. State President Phúc said that the ideas discussed at the workshop will be used as reference for policy development and administration in Vietnam. In 1986, Vietnam was still a country ravaged by war. With its reform efforts, annual GDP increased by an average of 7% over the past 35 years. In 2021, Vietnam became a developing economy, which ranked among the top 40 economies with the largest GDP in the world. The state leader said Vietnam has always strived to build a strong nation with wealthy people and democratic, fair and civilized society, becoming a developed country by 2045. To achieve that goal, the President wishes to receive the support and cooperation of the international community and all scientists attending the workshop.
Vietnam's coffee has been shipped to more than 80 countries and territories, making the country the second biggest exporter in the world, with a market share of 14.2%.
Vietnam exported nearly 113,000 tons of coffee, worth $266 million in August, down 4% in volume, but up 13% in value, reported the General Department of Vietnam Customs. On an 8-month calculation, Vietnam brought home $2.8 billion from exporting 1.2 million tons of coffee, up 40% in value and 11% in volume year-on-year, respectively. Coffee is one of the 6 key currency earners with an annual revenue of over $3 billion. Its major markets are Europe, the US, Russia, Japan, and the UK. In Europe, Vietnam is the second biggest coffee supplier with a market share of 16%, behind Brazil with 22.2%. At present, Vietnam is home to 97 coffee bean processing plants with an annual capacity of 1.5 million tons.
The U.S. Department of Commerce has decided to maintain the anti-dumping duties applicable to pagasias imported from Vietnam, which was set in the previous review. In the final conclusion of its 18th administrative review from the period from August 1st, 2020 to July 31st, 2021.
According to the Vietnamese Ministry of Industry and Trade, the U.S. Department of Commerce is receiving applications for the reviews on Vietnamese pangasius for the periods from August 1st, 2021 to July 31st, 2022. The ministry is closely coordinating with the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, Vietnamese exporters and the U.S. side to promptly address emerging issues in a bid to protect the legitimate rights and benefits of Vietnamese enterprises. Most of the Vietnamese exporters are subject to a duty rate of $2.39 per kilogram, as in the 17th administrative review. China and the U.S. remained Vietnam's biggest importers during the period.
Ladies and gentlemen, China has spent nearly $1 billion on importing fruit and vegetables in Vietnam in the first 8 months of this year, according to the General Department of Vietnam Customs.
The figure secures China's firm a long-term position as the biggest client of Vietnamese fruits and vegetables. However, in comparison with the same period last year, it saw a decline of over 32%. China's zero-COVID policy is a key reason for the decrease. Strict measures the country is carrying out to curb COVID-19 has made considerable impacts on Vietnamese agro exports. However, in other markets such as the US, the Republic of Korea, Japan, and Thailand, Vietnam saw positive signs with steady increases in the period. In August alone, Vietnam pocketed $273 billion from fruit and vegetable exports, up by nearly 20% against the same period last year. The figure for the first 8 months of the year is some $2.2 billion, down by nearly 13%.
The Spanish Embassy in Vietnam has received permission from the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism to hold an environmental film festival from September the 23rd to October the 7th in Hanoi.
The It's Time to Act a nature film festival in Vietnam festival, with environmental films from Europe, Latin America, and Vietnam, national studio of documentary and scientific films, image showcasing feature films, documentaries, and short films with subtitles in Vietnamese. The festival will be open free for the public in a hybrid format, both online and offline in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Together with the showcase, participating entities will see the chance to raise general awareness about environmental issues through two possible open debates on women leaders defending nature and protecting biodiversity, sharing solutions to save the future. Together with other activities mainstreaming the environment during a week-long series of environmental events across the social media in Vietnam.
And that's all for the news today. Thank you for watching BPTV News. Goodbye and see you next time.